Happy weekend, happy presentations, happy moving things forward. I am loving what I'm hearing today, so I had to bring you this breaking news update. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. We talked about Brazil, the leaker slash journalist who said, hey, you're going to have to be ready for a Nintendo Direct sooner rather than later, and that they were hearing that an Indie World was in September instead of its usual August slot. Now, on a podcast, they have updated their expectations and what they've been hearing, saying that Nintendo has brought forward some plans regarding the Switch 2's release schedule, and therefore things that were scheduled for the end of September seem to have been brought forward to the next couple of weeks. Ba-boom, ba-boom. You're hearing like ba-bombs being tossed by King Ba-Bomb. And this is crazy. Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you're excited for August Nintendo presentations. I think everybody kind of thought August would be a silent month. We've got PAX West, we've got Gamescom, and then September is usually when Nintendo has a Direct. But according to Brazil, who again is more approaching this from the journalistic side than just like a Twitter persona side, so I give them more credibility and more, their reputation matters more to them, so they're going to be more cautious. They're saying that because Nintendo is moving forward the Switch 2 release schedule, which let's talk about that right there. That's freaking great. My goodness gracious. How long have we been waiting for this? How long we've been anxious to hear something about the Switch 2? So any sign of Nintendo moving ahead the Switch 2 release plans, boom, baby. Give me that. Now, this isn't clear if it's the actual, reveal, or if it's just like the tease, or if it's a trailer, or if it's a hint. But what it does sound like it is it's other things that need to happen before the Switch 2 reveal. So obviously Nintendo has things they want to get out of the way before the Switch 2 reveal, because once that's announced, game over, right? The entire conversation has shifted, the entire mentality has shifted, and even purchasing decisions might be completely shifting. So it sounds like whatever Direct Nintendo had planned for September is instead being moved up to August, and therefore they'll be swapping the Indie World back into September. And I discussed this on the last video, that it's very odd because Nintendo has always used August as the Indie World, September as the Direct. So for them to flip-flop, it feels like a big change, and it feels like something that would only happen if there was extreme necessity. And according to Brazil, that extreme necessity is that they're updating and advancing Nintendo Switch 2 release plans. Thereby, they need to get these Switch 1 announcements out the way, so we could be getting another Nintendo Direct in August. Now, I'll be clear with you, Brazil does not clarify what presentations were scheduled for the end of September that are now brought forward to the next few weeks. But, he's saying that an Indie World is moved to September, and now this is being brought forward, whatever presentation this is. Again, what are your options? A partner showcase, a game-specific Direct, or a general Direct? I don't know what game deserves a game-specific Direct except Echoes of Wisdom, but that has gotten information dumped this past week. A partner showcase is plausible, but even that to me is pretty darn exciting at this point, because what games would Nintendo have to announce that are coming this holiday season? Remember, this Direct is almost always focused on the back half of the year and then some surprises for the following year. So if there are Switch 1 games that are yet to be announced for either the end of this year or early next year, this is a spot where we could see them. And I think a general Direct makes sense because you can provide updates on Echoes of Wisdom, on Mario Party Jamboree, on Mario and Luigi Brothership, on that very highly rumored and very highly likely late November, early December title, because Nintendo does not miss on that time frame, 7 years running. Why would they do it this time? It seems like a Direct could be chock full, maybe not of new stuff, but chock full of updates, maybe some Nintendo Switch Online updates, and then maybe a few surprises here or there and some teases for 2025. Either way, this being moved forward, freaking great. Anything that can accelerate the Nintendo timeline is top tier to me, and also I'd love to have a Nintendo event while everybody else is getting events. Jeff Keighley is hosting Opening Night Live at Gamescom over in Germany. There's going to be a big announcements for Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and usually not Switch. If Nintendo decides to time something alongside those other competitors, that would be great for us fans because then we get to feel the love as well. Now, in the past, Nintendo has liked to avoid other events. Like they waited for Summer Games Fest to almost completely die down and then said, okay, now it's time for our Direct. So could Nintendo opt to go, say, the third week of August as opposed to the final week of August, trying to get out ahead of Gamescom and not really overlap in terms of coverage or audience attention? I think that's very plausible, and Nintendo has typically utilized the mid-August slot for their Indie World, and if this is a matter of just flip-flopping those two, which is what it kind of sounds like to me, then I think we would have a third week Nintendo Direct in August, craziness, and then a early September Indie World, and those set the stage for the rest of the year. Those kind of round up any last Switch announcements that need to get out there, and now the slate is clear. Because this is incredibly important for Nintendo. Whatever their plan is, if they're going to go with the same cadence as the Switch 1, like a reveal in October, and then a big presentation in January, and then a console in March, however they want to do it. Maybe they want to tease the name, maybe they want to tease, the hardware itself, just a picture. Maybe they want to tease the games. I don't know, whatever route they want to take. Teaser, trailer, then trailer, or if they want to go full-blown presentation, like however they want to do it, they need the slate cleared. Nobody is going to really care about your Donkey Kong Country Returns HD on Nintendo Switch 1 once the Switch 2 and all those bonkers games have been debuted. So Nintendo needs to really get all of this out as quickly as humanly possible, and that is what I think they're doing here, because it seems like things have been accelerated a bit. It seems like Nintendo wants to make sure there is a really, really just good vibe, feel for the Switch 1 that can get people excited about the holidays. I think people are already excited about Mario Party Jamboree. I think people are already excited about Mario and Luigi Brothership, but then to get them, feeling good about, okay, there's a lot of stuff coming. Nintendo is not going to abandon this. I feel like Nintendo is very concerned about that. Like, oh, we're not leaving the last gen behind. Like, even more than most consoles, and specifically, I guess, in the last few years, this has been such an important piece for execs to make. Like, we're not leaving you behind, owners. Don't worry. Like, you've built up this library. We're not leaving you behind. And, they can announce backwards compatibility, which definitely doubles down and enhances the usability of your already established software library. But look, they give you a bunch of good stuff for Switch. They show that they're not dipping out on Switch, and then they can announce the Switch 2 peacefully and in an excited transition, because they've still almost guaranteed holiday sales. If Nintendo drops an August Direct and does have more than what we already know, their holiday sales are all but guaranteed. Mario Party Jamboree is going to sell pretty darn well. Brothership combined with Echoes of Wisdom should make for millions of units. And then if they do have one more game up their sleeve that is a fan favorite Walmart seller, boom, drop that out there in this August Direct. Guarantee your holiday sales, as many as you can, right? We know this is not going to be a huge holiday for Switch consoles regardless. Like, even if there's no Switch 2, people aren't going to be buying Switch 1 in droves, but they'll buy the software. So you establish the software, and then you allow Nintendo to get out there with their Switch 2. This is about the best news I could wake up to, and I hope you guys are equally excited. He says that he believes the Switch 2 release schedule will follow more or less the same route as what we saw with Switch 1, but he says that this is just his personal opinion. So that part is personal opinion. The others are all informed, but I have to agree with him. If Nintendo is going to clear things out before the Q4 season, then it seems like they will be following a very similar track, because you dump all these games in August, Indie World September, and then what are you opening up? October to be your Switch 2 announce month, and hallelujah, has it been a long time? It's been a long time, but we might be in direct prediction season very quickly here. I will keep you posted as soon as things become more concrete. I'm sure others will have comments on this once we get to the weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday coming up here soon. But yeah, you heard it here first. Brazil is saying that a direct is coming, or a presentation is coming, which has to be a direct if it's not an Indie World, in the next few weeks. So let me know your take in the comments down below. Are you excited about this? Do you think it can happen? And do you believe it's going to be a general? I don't think any game requires a specific direct, so we'll find out sooner rather than later. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there, everybody. Love you lots. SwitchForce out.